What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires, and I gotta admit, I was kind of surprised to see all of the reshoots for Wakanda Forever news making the kind of rounds that it was today, generating the kind of headlines that it did. And while I will admit, it does seem like where there's a little bit of smoke, there might be fire, and this film has been under said fire for quite some time, with rumors that it needed major reshoots stemming from almost a year ago. And here we are less than 2 months from the film's release, and we've got the same major update today with a ton of details in tow. So we're going to go ahead and do that, separate fact from fiction, talk about exactly what we know they're doing with these reshoots and why. But we also will talk about the speculation, because it's not totally unwarranted, and what may be wrong with this film and why they're doing this. I also have my own take as far as these reshoots, and to me, it's good news. We're breaking down the most recent Wakanda Forever update, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which we are right around the corner from. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So even though there was an announcement originally at San Diego Comic-Con, and that's where we got the very first trailer, a lot of people in the industry expect us to get the second trailer or another official look at Wakanda Forever, considering they've already shown some footage at other places that weren't part of the first trailer, and it's the next major release from Marvel Studios. But today officially came the news, quite in the contrary, that unfortunately they're going back for what's got to be their third round of reshoots, if not more, spawning a ton of headlines and speculation whether or not the film's actually a mess, if they were doing this to reshoot and add Dr. Doom for a post-credit scene. We actually know exactly what they're doing with reshoots, and this is because it was told to us after San Diego Comic-Con by Huerta himself. He said there were major reshoots underway and have been for quite some time, and that they would be headed back. In fact, they were working on it when he was at San Diego Comic-Con. He went to work on it later that day after the conference. They're using the volume stage and helping for reshoot this, but it was officially confirmed that they are back in Atlanta starting today on September 7th, running a whole week all the way through September 14th. Additionally, it's been said that major sets are being recreated in order for them to facilitate these reshoots, and because of what, at least in part, Huerta said about them, we know Namor's involved. Atlanta's also the place from the behind the scenes shots that we got from the paparazzi that we know they created the huge water sets, so they could be back shooting main scenes for Namor. Regardless, some of the concern is caused because of what we've already heard this year, starting back at the beginning of the year in 2022, when one certain industry insider indicated that this film was so much of a mess and needed so many reshoots that it might actually end up switching places with a film like the Marvels in 2023. Now, alas, and coincidentally, the Marvels ended up switching places with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and we still don't know the real reason for that. Marvel movies all go through reshoots too, and it seems as though the panic may be a little unfounded, even though they've gone through several, as it's been confirmed by multiple sources, so you can breathe a huge relaxed sigh here. They are not shooting as extensively as they did on Multiverse of Madness, which was rumored to shoot huge entire portions of the movie again. The only real concern is that they're shooting major scenes and this close to the release date, especially what we've heard from VFX artists about working under impossible deadlines. This seems like an impossible deadline for them themselves, but this is quite common for the movie industry. And while all of these rumors may indicate that the film is a mess and needs reshots, guys, this is exactly what we want from Marvel Studios, and that's why I said in the prologue, my take is that this is good news. Look, Marvel Studios has been accused throughout the entirety of Phase 4 for playing it too safe, and we know, at least in part, it was because of what happened with the COVID delays. They had no idea what orders some of these properties in Marvel Phase 4 would end up coming out in, and wanted to make sure there weren't huge errors with continuity going project to project. That's why they did it this way. If this is going to set up some major character like Dr. Doom, set up the Doom Wars, and or what going forward is this villain throughout the entirety of the multiverse saga, you want them to get it right. If there are things that are wrong with the film and need reshooting, this is exactly what we want Marvel Studios to do. Spend more money, get the film right, because it's going to be out there forever. And in the past, when film studios haven't done that, like WB, they've been absolutely destroyed in the media because of that, for not caring about the property. You can't have it both ways. So where in a video I said one of the ways that we support the VFX industry is that we're reasonable about waiting for trailers longer and waiting for films, this is part of supporting Marvel and saying, hey, look, we want you to get it right. Please spend the money, do the reshoots. You're allowed to change things. And as someone who's part of multiple artistic processes still in my lifetime, change is part of the process. And right up until deal, you call it a day. I'm personally completely okay with them always reshooting things and getting things right, especially when it's this important for the setup for a character of Doctor Doom. Speaking of which, I saw the headline, certain people saying this may have to do with working him into a post-credit scene. Here's what I'll say is the consensus across the industry, that yes, there does appear via some artwork and the rumors to be the introduction of Doctor Doom coming at some point during this film, whether he's actually seen in a post-credit scene or at least heavily implied he's the motion behind some of the events that are happening here and pitting Wakanda against Atlantis. And without talking too much about the plot points, but just really focusing on the facts of the casting, it's also been said from other industry insiders that when and if this was shot for scenes, it wasn't shot with a stand-in, but that could just imply they didn't shoot any scenes at all. Some people are suspecting that these major reshoots may be working in a post-credit scene now with a huge actor that they've cast to play Doctor Doom. They finally cast him, now they go ahead and shoot that post-credit scene. Look, to me, as someone who does this every day, that sounds more like wishful fan thinking or even fan fiction, or a good explainer for why they'd be going back for reshoots or something they could be doing. But more likely the case is because of the weight of the film. Characters like Ironheart are going to have her own series, and now we know this is ending phase 4. There may be certain elements they have to get exactly right or add to the film to make sure they set up stuff for the future. Again, all of these have to work in concert, and so my likely thought is this is normal, par for the course, and they're doing it for the good of the MCU. So guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, how hyped you are for Wakanda Forever, and of all the things that could possibly get announced this weekend, what are you looking forward to? I actually will see you guys momentarily here, either in another video or for the watch party for She-Hulk, which we are going to do live tonight. I'm then going directly to the airport to fly out to Anaheim for D23. Quickly, let's jump into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We are still giving away PlayStation 5s every 20,000 subscribers all the way up to 1 million, and we're going to continue to do it after 1 million, but for now the next milestone is 980, which we are easily going to hit by week's end. So if you want to be entered to win, it's super simple, and for all this future giveaways it's always the same. All you got to do, make sure you're a subscriber, leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all the notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. We will be having the live watch party for She-Hulk tonight, so if you're staying up to watch it, make sure you come back by the channel. We go live about an hour beforehand, so 11 Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern, and keep it tuned here throughout the weekend as I will be live on site for the major announcements and doing all the coverage and updates here at the channel, and I'm basically not going to sleep because it's going to be about 100 videos in 4 days. No, really, no joke, probably 4 or 5 videos a day over the weekend, and then I'll be home on Sunday and I'll sleep for 10 years, or just another day before more videos, because that's my life now, but I love it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.